Hey guys.
What's up, guys?
So, unfortunately, our screening of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes got canceled. So instead, they showed us something even better. Zebras in America! Oh, listen to the sound of my hooves! Listen to the sound of my hooves! As awful as it is, I'm never gonna shut up about Freddy Got Fingered. It's a disgusting masterpiece.
It just really drills a hole into your brain after watching it,
Yeah. Look at the nose!
Hey, there were zebras in the film. Yep, it's in the same universe.
Oh, yes. This is a film theory. Okay, real quick, film theory. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and
Freddy Got Fingered
are set in the same universe. Okay.
I mean, this might be a film fact at this point.
Yes, and just like Doom, it makes sense. Just like Doom Part 2, because for one, both were produced by the same studio, and two, I have no other reason. Shut up. This is canon. This is canon. But yeah, in all seriousness, we watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and it's
good.
Yeah, it's another good entry. I think let's kind of get some of the issues or flaws out of the way. Now, hold on, Alright, so I'd say, for one, the pacing is a bit of an issue. Like, the pacing kind of drags in, like, the first act, but, like, once the apes start raiding the humans, like that scene, that's where I feel like the film picks up, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it kind of like locks you in the film. You're like, okay, now I'm ready to kind of like see the rest of the film happen now.
So like this was kind of me during that first act, and then I was like, okay, we're back.
Yeah, we are so back.
And then I kind of wish we could have gotten more scenes of that one ape who follows Caesar and William Macy?
Yeah, I think he was Trevathan in the film. That was like his character's name.
Yeah, the old guy with the ponytail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we could have gotten to have seen more of their characters, because I really like them.
Yeah, some of the characters weren't like wholly fleshed out in the movie. Like he was one of them. If they could have fleshed out a few more of the characters, that would have kind of helped out, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. But everything else about the movie was good.
Yeah, the CGI is amazing in the film.
Yes, someone on Twitter or somewhere best put it that the finale is like Avatar: The Way of Water level CGI. That is just, I can't express how true of a statement that is.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, there was never a point in the movie where I thought, like, man, the CGI scene looks bad. Like, you have so many other films coming out today, like Ant-Man, Quantumania, where you just look at the entire film and it just looks terrible. But in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the CGI is like amazing throughout the entire movie. It really makes you like believe in the apes and stuff, because you never think like, oh, these look bad.
Yeah. When it comes to like modern day blockbusters or franchises, trilogies, anything, Planet of the Apes is like the standout with some of the best CG, and it, for the most part, does not look dated. It can look a bit dated in Rise, but in the other films, including this one,
it just knocks it out of the park.
Yes. Like, I just can't express like how phenomenal the apes look. Like, there are times in the movie where you, or like for most of the movie, you don't just think, oh, it's someone in a mocap suit. No, like, you see like an ape, like it keeps you into the story. That's how good. I don't know if Weta did this, but if they did, they're still keeping it up, and if it's a new one, or if it's a new animation team, then they are doing a banger job.
Yeah. Listen, I thought the acting was very good too. Like,
yeah,
you didn't really think it was just humans saying the words. Like, it was kind of like apes trying to talk and stuff.
Yeah.
It still seemed very good and consistent with the other movies.
Sometimes I forget to like mention this in the other 3 Planet of the Apes films I talked about, but I love the use of sign language. Like, there was one that I could kind of remember where it was like something like they did that at one point in the movie. Like, the use of sign language is a very welcoming thing within Planet of the Apes. Owen Teague is just fantastic as Noah. Like, he really does come into his own, and the character development, it's actually one of the better characters being developed.
Yeah, Noah definitely, I think, had the best like arc overall in the movie, and especially at the end, like he picks it up perfectly right at the end of the film.
Definitely, like that ending was just well executed. Like I said, the one guy from Fargo, he was also very entertaining in this.
There was like May, the human character.
Yeah, she was also great. And the guy who does Proximus,
Oh yeah,
just banger job. As well as like that one ape, like that one gorilla. Like,
oh yeah, the gorilla that like killed.
that's just,
Yeah, everybody.
that is like, he takes the crown for like the most terrifying character in the movie. Like I would not want to be in the same room as that.
Yeah, he seemed like very imposing just from like just looking at him or even like hearing his voice. So
Yeah.
he really played that part like very well.
Mm-hmm. And some of the vocal performances, like from some of the other apes, are great. Like you have the man of a million voices, D. Bradley Baker, as usual, killing it with his background stuff. Like from Ben 10 Aliens to Clone Troopers to Perry the Platypus, D. Bradley Baker just does not disappoint.
Yeah, he's got range.
Yeah. And I only just learned about this, like, just before the movie started. But Kellen Goth, you may know him as, like, Golden Freddy in some of the FNAF video games. And he's a part of the Ink Tank and the 5YL Ben 10 Danny Phantom crossover. He also got to provide some vocal performances for, like, background apes. Or, like, some background apes. Like, Kellen is just such a fantastic performer, and I'm so happy to see like what the future of his career holds. Like, the man just knows. He knows audio, he knows acting. He's just incredible.
Yeah, I thought he was great in the film too. I didn't even know he was actually like the voice of Golden Freddy the whole time, so that's like sick.
The more you know. Let's see, what else? Okay, the directing and cinematography is great. This is now the third director of these newer Planet of the Apes films. First one was Rupert Wyatt. Dawn and War was Matt Reeves. We stand Matt Reeves here in this household.
True.
Now we have Wes Ball, who previously adapted another franchise by 20th Century, The Maze Runner. And I thought Maze Runner was pretty good. I'll be honest, I was a bit skeptical, like, when it was announced that Wes Ball was going to take over this newer Planet of the Apes, but in the end, he actually did a great job. I feel like... I feel like this is, like, his best work.
Well, especially with how like the trilogy kind of ended and stuff, he was able to kind of make a new story out of it. So he kind of had like a big task to do, and he pulled it off well.
Yeah.
So it kind of like expanded the universe, because going into this, I didn't know this happened like way after the first couple of films. So that was kind of cool, like a cool aspect of it. This film kind of was like the opposite of the other ones, because like humans are actually kind of like coming back instead of the apes.
Yeah.
So that was definitely an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. I'd be happy, like, if Ball gets to return for, like, the next two. Because I think he really did a great job. He definitely had some shoes to fill, and I think he filled them pretty well. Cinematography was also another great part. Like, there's just so much beautiful movement, lighting, and, like, color palettes.
Yeah, especially at the end, whenever like the water and stuff is going crazy, like those shots are beautiful.
Yes.
So it was just like Avatar, The Way of Water, like right at the end whenever that stuff was kind of happening. Like it was very similar to that. So it looked like amazing whenever we were actually watching it in the theater. So the cinematography was awesome, the visuals were still awesome, like it was just great.
Yeah. I'd say where I rank Kingdom would be... Alright, so here's how I rank the four of them. Number 4 is going to be Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's still pretty good. Like, it introduced it pretty well, but there are just some elements where I feel like it could have been a bit better, and the CGI could have, like, looked a bit better. Number 3, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This one is great, even if there are some, like, areas that could use a bit of improvement. Number 2, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Just a phenomenal film. And number 1, War for the Planet of the Apes. Just a powerful, like, tour de force in, like, in this whole Planet of the Apes series. And it's just such a brilliant send-off to Caesar's story.
Yeah, but this like series has to be one of the most consistent like out there right now, because 4 good movies like right in a row is just nuts. Like you really don't see that like anywhere.
Now imagine if it was 5 good movies in a row.
Yo,
I would be, if that is the case, like if the next Planet of the Apes is good, I'm just gonna be on my knees, just like bowing down to this franchise. Like, you are like the most consistent franchise we've ever had, and I love your movies.
so it is just crazy how they're like each one just kind of gets better. I haven't watched all the films, but from just looking at all of them, it seems like every one of them is like great in their own way. So it is kind of just nuts.
Yeah.
So one thing that maybe another sort of negative of the movie, I wish there was more like music. It seems like there wasn't as much maybe compared to the other ones, but the music that was in the film was really good.
Yeah.
I wish there could have been just a little bit more maybe.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. It's kind of just a nitpick or whatever, but that might be one other aspect of the movie I could think of where maybe that's kind of a negative. But it still was mainly a positive, especially near the end of the movie with the music. Like, the score and stuff was great.
Yeah, like just like how it builds up to like the end. It's just, it gives me like some chills, and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna be here for the next one.
Yeah, and overall, I don't know if we talked fully about the story. I thought the story was pretty good.
Yeah, and like we do get to see, like, just like any other sequels, this one also does a great job of expanding like the world. Like, now we just get to see this more, like, everything. Buildings are covered in grass. The Golden Gate Bridge is just like only just standing, part of it standing, and we just get to see like how things are slowly starting, like the tables are slowly starting to turn.
Yeah, because now it seems like the humans might be kind of like coming back, so that's gonna be kind of nuts.
Yeah.
I was saying, from my personal experience too, like recently watching the Fallout show, that was another one where they kind of showed like a post-apocalyptic world. This kind of like showed a post-ape world and stuff like very well. Like both of those two, just from like looking at that, like I think Kingdom did a great job showing like how the ape world would look hundreds of years later. Like it was very convincing and very good.
Yeah. So yeah, in spite of some of its shortcomings here and there, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is another great follow-up. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be here for the next one. Like, I have no qualms with giving this an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, you should definitely go and watch this movie. It's a great watch.
Yeah, especially since it's like another 100 million movie, 160 million, and it just looks beautiful. There's going to be a Formula 1 movie that's 300 million. What is happening to this world?
And looking at this, how? You're animated cars. Like,
Yes.
I don't even know.
Why would you want to spend 300 million on a Formula 1 when a film with a mostly ape cast costs something times less than that?
Yeah, that's it. There's never a point in the movie where you're just like, oh, this is really unconvincing. Like, you're fully engrossed the entire time.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta go out and support these movies that are actually like good at this point. So.
Yeah, support these so we can get more of them. We're definitely going to be supporting Furiosa.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that too, so look out for our next review on that.
Yeah, we might be all orange or something. We might be insane.
I mean, we're going to like another apocalyptic thing kind of, so we'll see what happens with that one.
But yeah, check out Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's worth the watch, and yeah, we'll be here for Furiosa, and I'll see you guys later.
Alright, have a good one.